This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Good morning, Rabbi. I want to share with you 3 short divrei Torah on Parshas Sisa from the Sefer Pninim Yekarim. Number 1, the Parsha begins, Sisa counting the Yidden, and the Pasuk says, Zeh Yitinu, and Chazal Darshan, Hashem Zeh, he was Hera Loi Be'etzba, he showed with his finger. So it's brought in the Sefer Bris Shalom, based on the Gemara Newman Daf Chaf Beis. The Gemara says, by the Goyrolos in the Beis Hamikdash, so the Kohanim would stick out their fingers, Hitzbiyu. They would stick out their fingers and they would count their fingers. And the Gemara asks, why don't we count them? And the Gemara says, you can't count a Yid. This is what it means, Ki Sisa es Roish B'nei Yisrael. Meaning the Gemara is telling us we're now to count a Yid. So what are we going to do when we need to count the Kohanim in the Beis Hamikdash? So the meaning is, Zeh Yitnu. Zeh Yitnu is, Hashem showed with the finger. Meaning when you're going to need to count Yidden, you know how you're going to count them? Zeh Yitnu. By the finger. Zeh Yitnu. In other words, Al Pi Drush, Zeh Yitnu, which refers to Hashem showed with the finger. Hashem is showing when you need to count Yidden, you count them by their finger. Then the Pasuk says, Ha'asher lo yarbeh. Ha'ashir lo yarbeh. Munach Ravi. Well, the Gemara says in Ksubis, Be'usha Hiskinu. In Usha, they made a takana. Hamevazbeis, one who wants to be very generous. Al Yevazbeis Yoser Mechomesh, not to give more than 1/5. Meaning the Balabas needs to keep for himself how much? Zeh Ha'ashir lo yarbeh. Munach Ravi. You need to keep 4/5. That's why the trap on the words Ha'ashir lo yarbeh is Munach Ravi. The Balabayas needs to keep 4/5 for himself. And then finally, at the end of the Parsha, the Pasuk says, Lech Reid. Lech Reid, go down. Well, Rashi says, go down from your Gedula. It's brought in the Sefer Marganisa Derav. In the Torah, there are, among other big letters, there are 2 prominent big letters. The Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. The word Echad, the Dalet, is big, so that we don't exchange it with a Reish. And Hashem Acher. In other words, you don't want it to be exchanged with Acher. Also, when the Pasuk says Lo tishtachave le'el Acher, the Reish is big, so we don't exchange it with Hashem Echad. Meaning, you have to believe in Hashem Echad, and you cannot serve Kel Acher. And in order that we don't switch it, we make the Dalet of Echad big and the Reish of Acher big. Well, what did Klal Yisrael do with the Chet HaEgal? They exchanged it. They worshipped an El Acher. Therefore, Hashem tells Moshe, Lech Reid. Go down from your Gedula. Your Gedula was the 2 big letters. That it was your job to make sure they don't exchange the Reid, the Reish and the Dalet. They did exchange the Reish and the Dalet. And therefore, Lech Reid. You need to go down and descend from the Madrega of preserving the big Reish and the big Dalet, as brought in the Sefer Pninim Yekarim. Wishing everybody an amazing day.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.